I think we're live. Are we live? We're live, baby. Yeah, we're live.
We're
We
not
are
dead.
live. What is up, man? Thank you coming for the Amuse Me podcast. Amuse Me podcast number 11. Number 11, right?
Are you serious?
Yeah, you're number 11, dude. Number 11 on the podcast.
Okay. That's funny. I did not know we're number 11, and my whole life revolves around the number 2, so it's weird.
Tell me. So, you wanted to be the second one on this guest?
I had no idea.
No.
And that's awesome.
No, yeah. Number fucking 11. So
Yeah.
I'm glad you're
1
here.
1 + 1 2.
There you go. Thank you
Kinda
for
like-
coming in.
Think of Jim Carrey with the number 23, Everett with 2.
There you go, right? 21 catchphrase. Anyways, welcome to the studio. My name is Angel, also known as Amuse Me Podcast. This is my friend Everett. We have him in the studio. Say hi.
Hi, guys.
Let them know a little bit about you. This is my buddy. I mean, I've known this guy for about 2 years now, and it's been a wild ride because we met each other in like a little like kind of the same kind of studio setup, but in another location, like
Definitely.
some other little adventure kind of project going on.
Yeah, we were doing photographs for costumes, and I think you were doing the same.
Yeah, I was there helping them.
All right.
I was working there
Yeah.
because that's where I started my whole internship, you can say.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, then we started talking because you are heavily into music. You kick ass on the guitar, and you're a very great magician. Oh, and a magician. I forgot.
That's
yeah.
the weirdest part is trying to say both of them at the same
musician, magician.
time. Yeah, right. Tongue twist that, baby.
Yeah. I got a few tongue twisters.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do lyrics from time to time.
Yeah, that's why we got hooked up too, because we were like, let's make some music together, which we still need to do.
Yeah.
We still need to get some stuff together.
You know, it's funny, man. Yesterday, I was feeling so pissed off. I didn't know why. So I started writing. And the first line was, "Sometimes I want the world to know that I'm angry."
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Just got to start off with just letting people know how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Pissed.
That's
I didn't know
awesome.
why. You know, it's just one of those. I feel better today, though.
Nice. So
Yeah.
everybody goes through those, though, right? Those ups and downs, those like
Mhm.
super highs and super lows. There's times where I
Yeah.
feel like I could take over the world, and then other days where I'm just like, damn, I can't do shit.
Yeah. But it was weird yesterday because, like, it was Friday. Got my check, which was good. But I was just pissed at something. I don't know. Maybe I was hungry or something.
That might be it. The hangry came in.
Mm-hmm.
Hangry.
Yeah.
The guy's really hangry. Anyways, so again, we met through cosplay, man. That's
Mhm.
crazy. How
Yeah.
long have you been doing that? I honestly started kind of late, but you've been grinding for a while now.
My first official going to like a Comic-Con and stuff was like 2013. My first costume was Big Daddy from Kick-Ass, the
Oh,
movie, not
yeah.
the comic book,
Yeah.
because they're very different. And my little brother was Kick-Ass. My little sister was Hit Girl, and we missed sign up for the costume contest, so we didn't get to participate. But people loved it. Came back the next year with Diana for her first con, and she was her favorite hero. I was my favorite hero. Superman. She was Wonder Woman. And then the next day was when the first time we did Joker and Harley Quinn, but not traditional comic book y. I was dressed as Batman. She was as Joker.
Oh, I
and she
remember
was
that one.
Robin.
Yeah, with the underwears and everything, the
Mhm,
underoos.
yeah.
Nice. I remember that. That's crazy.
Yeah, so that's when we first started, like, I guess 2014, when people started we started going to every day to a con in a different costume,
Yeah.
and then just consecutively every single year after that.
Nice. And that's cool too, because like now, like seeing your cosplay has progressed in an amazing way. Like you're so much more, like they're so much more elaborate and so much more detailed than when you first started, because obviously when people start, they obviously have this ambition to be good, but then
Yeah.
obviously they get better, and you
Definitely.
can tell in your work, and it's just pretty sick.
Yeah, the only time that happens is when I know that I won't be able to like modify something and have to make it for myself. Like the Pennywise, I had to make that completely from scratch. But like Superman, a blue bodysuit, just fix up some red fabric for the cape, and you're pretty much done.
You got it right.
Comb your hair.
Get the patch. You can get the
Yeah.
patch for the logo.
Yeah. Well, I made that. I made that out of like I don't know, something from Hobby Lobby.
So probably a couple fabric designs, right?
Mhm.
Like have to
Yeah.
probably layer them and stuff.
Definitely, yeah. And I actually, I made this is where the detailing comes in, because like my Superman S, the first one I did, if you notice, it's a combination of 3 different ones. On the bottom, it's where the S ends. It's kind of like Christopher Reeves.
Yeah.
It's not a harsh oval or a square, and in the middle, it's like kind of fat, like like a Henry Cavill's, and on the top, it's really thin, like Brandon Ralph. Yeah.
Ralph's.
Yeah.
So that's why you have it like kind of to represent all of them.
Yeah. I actually just redesigned a new Superman glyph and I wanted it to look more alien. It doesn't look exactly like an S. It looks kind of like a cancer symbol a little bit. So it's recognizable. It's familiar, but it's almost unrecognizable.
Okay.
And it's kind of like the same thing they did for Man of Steel. They wanted to make something so iconic, look, be familiar, but also be new and different.
Dang.
So that's what I do too.
Nice. So you're putting your own twist to it. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Because that's always the hardest part is like trying to come up with an original idea with still doing something that's been done.
Yeah.
Obviously, the ideas of like those original characters when somebody does a cosplay when they come up with their own idea. But then you hear these characters come out with like cross-play and stuff where they're like, well, let me get one guy from another franchise and one person and mix them together and then blam, there I am.
Yeah, that's awesome, man, when people like do that. I can't even really think of something I've done like that.
You have the Joker Batman. That's a cross-play right there.
Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah. I was thinking more like I was Joker mimicking Batman, like saying like, oh, I'm the hero that everyone needs, not you. Just kind of. It was funny because there wasn't a lot of Batmans there, so for me to pick on, but yeah.
That's what you were going for.
Yeah, me and Diana, we've done gender swap.
There, yeah, gender
cross. No, not crossplay.
Gender bend.
Yeah,
that's always cool.
I've been Harley Quinn twice. She's been the Joker twice.
Nice. Yeah. And you didn't go with the whole woman look. You just turned her into a male.
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
That's awesome.
I could go for the woman look if I wanted to.
Yeah, this guy is a beautiful guy. I'm just letting you guys know he's pretty as hell. Dude,
I was gonna say the same thing because I remember these headphones. You were from Overwatch.
Yeah, she's right there. She's just right there gaming it up, just having some fun.
Yeah, that was cool. I saw you where did I see you? SabakuCon.
Yeah,
I was a fangirl Deadpool.
Yeah, I remember that. I do.
Yeah,
that's awesome, dude. There's so much shit coming up. Are you ready for the cons that are coming up?
Yeah, I'm pretty much ready. I'm ready for SabakuCon. I'm gonna host it for SGNS.
Oh, really?
As Deadpool again.
Nice.
But as my Lolita Deadpool.
Sweet.
My newest costume. That's my first commission ever. I didn't do anything to that costume. I just got a new mask, the shoes, the gloves, and stuff.
So it's all pristine, nice.
Yeah, from Beck Miller of Just Cause Cosplay Supply here in Albuquerque. She made it. That was my first commission ever, and I like it.
Looks sick.
I love it. It's like the cutest thing I've ever worn.
Is it gonna be like a reveal kind of thing, or can you kind of show?
No, I have. It's on my Instagram. It's on my Facebook.
Instagram. All right, cool. Yeah. We're gonna have to link that, but check that out, man.
Check it out.
Oh,
I look hot if I do say so myself.
There you go. Deadpool is just fucking attractive, obviously.
Oh yeah.
The merc with the mouth, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The only thing I didn't have when I debuted it, that costume at the Hello Kitty truck.
Because I wanted to go there.
You didn't go?
No.
Jeez, man.
Then you think about it, though. It's like, what the hell's wrong with the Hello Kitty? Like, what am I gonna do in Hello Kitty there?
Yeah. So it started at whatchamacallit? It started at 8 a.m. Ended at 10. I'm sorry. It started at 10 a.m. Ended at 8 p.m. I got there at 7, and they were sold out. And I asked them, "Well, that sucks. When did you sell out?" And they're like, all right. They're like, okay, we came here about 10. We sold out about 11. I'm like, jeez.
Just say an hour.
Yeah.
That sucks. But at least, did you kind of at least get a glimpse of it and stuff?
Yeah. I took a bunch of pictures in front of it. The truck itself is a work of art.
Nice.
So, and I had, like, my Deadpool, I haven't done complete comic book or movie Deadpool, but what I took from the movie is that at one point, well, not in the movie, but in some of the promo stuff, art, he's wearing like a Hello Kitty backpack.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, that. You know what? I'm going to do that. Let's say Deadpool's such a badass, but he loves Hello Kitty. So, and he in the movie he has an Adventure Time watch. I have a Hello Kitty watch, and the swords for the back, they go on the Hello Kitty backpack. They
They're
don't.
like attachments.
Yeah,
Nice.
they go like on the side or they crisscross.
So it looks like if it was custom by
Yeah.
Deadpool, he's like, you know what? This is actually
Yeah.
cool. Why
Yeah.
wouldn't I kill somebody with this awesome fucking?
Yeah, and another thing too, for like cost, like when you're at cons and stuff, you need somewhere to have your stuff, and like sometimes you're limited. You know, you don't want to carry a bag because it's out of costume. But I'm wearing a backpack as Deadpool and it's Hello Kitty. It looks like it's part of the costume. And it's hilarious.
Yeah,
People love it.
I've seen it before. It's pretty cool. I've like, you don't think anything else. You're just like, oh look, that's probably his tote bag with all the stuff that he needs.
Yeah.
Let me just pull out my fucking 9mm, but you know,
Right.
it's in my Hello Kitty bag. That's the best part about it, man. That's sick. Yeah, I can't wait for SubakuCon. It's gonna be a good con. I like those cons.
Yeah, I think
I have more fun at no offense on the other big the Comic Cons, but for whatever reason, I find a little bit more enjoyableness in the anime cons.
I'll agree with you there, dude.
Yeah,
because it was all right. So one of the greatest Comic Cons I've been to, it's actually one of the smallest ones I've been to, is in El Paso, dude. The atmosphere there was just really great, but like they had a lip sync battle right after the costume contest and cosplay lip sync battle, and it was like, holy crap, this is fun. This is
nice. Have you did you know I host a panel? I've been hosting a panel at the cons recently.
Yeah, I saw your panel. Well, I saw you at your panel, but I didn't like actually get to check out your panel.
You need to come, man. It's roast battle.
Oh shit!
All you go up there is just go up there and you talk shit.
That's
18
awesome.
over, and if you're in cosplay, that just gives even more material.
Oh, that's great, man.
Dude. It's been a hit, man.
Dude,
the very first one was at SubakuCon last year, and it went off pretty well. And then we ended up doing it at KanjiCon, which another big explosion. It went off well. So now we're getting it to this SubakuCon, and
wow, man,
we're gonna have prizes. It's gonna be legit. We're actually thinking we might broadcast it.
That's awesome, dude. Because like when I'm Deadpool is the only character that I'm like, okay, I got to be quick with the quips. So if someone says something about me, not necessarily about Deadpool, I'm gonna have to, respond like I really am Deadpool.
Yeah.
Like if they say like, "Hey Deadpool, you don't have abs or what the hell, man? You eat too many chicken nuggets or something, or too many chimichangas or something." I'll be like, well, I have a healing factor, not a high metabolism, asshole. Something like that.
Something that gives them a witty comeback.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Like, what are you, 5 inches deep in your mom?
All right.
Dude,
Damn.
that's it. That's all she needs.
See, and that's what because there are some competitors in the battle that are good, but then you have to weed out all the wannabes, because there's some people that volunteer and they're just like, your mama. So it's like, they try honestly, but yeah, there's if you do go, our roast battle champion right now is this guy named Brendan Garcia.
Was he the guy on the?
No, he wasn't. He works with Fandom Trash. You know those people.
Oh shit!
That work
so
with
he knows shit.
Yeah, with Jacob and Dory and all them. So he's won. He won last year, or he won.
What was like some of his stuff that he was saying?
Well, okay. So he was with Madison, right? It was him and Madison up against each other.
Maddie
cosplay.
Oh shit!
So one of his roasts was like, Madison said, "You look like Kylo Ren for whatever reason." I don't know. It was again weeding out the wannabes, and then he said like, at least I have the force enough to get somebody to subscribe to my Patreon.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so like
nice.
Literally, it was a witty fucking comeback.
That's actually good. Did she?
Yeah, she lost, but yeah, she felt it. She felt it. She's like, that was good.
Dude, man, I've been thinking about, people need to stop tippy-toeing around. That's a good way to like get it. Like you won't, because people be like, everyone's always like throwing shit in my face. Now you can volunteer to have shit thrown.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole purpose of it. Is like, if you're gonna go up, if you're even in the room, prepare to be offended, because that's the purpose of that room. Like, even if you're there to be an audience member, you're probably going to hear something that somebody isn't going to say that you'd like, but that's the purpose of it.
I love that, dude. I love that a lot.
So you got
people
to come.
need to be offended.
You've got to come. I'm pretty sure we'll get it booked for right after the masquerade. We usually always get it right after the masquerade.
Sweet, dude.
So
also it's late.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's even better, dude.
Again,
hell yeah.
Better prizes. And again, I'm not sure, but we're going to try to do the whole broadcast thing. That would be awesome. But I wouldn't know. I'm still working on that right now. But it would be
You got to bring your A game for shit like that, dude. Not only do you have to like sound good or whatever, you have to, at some extent, you got to present yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Because I've been actually wanting to venture into like stand-up comedy, because like I'm just fucking writing funny shit down all the time.
What the hell, dude? Why aren't we like closer? Because I have a bunch of sets that I write on my phone when I'm working and stuff. I actually go to comedy clubs, open nights.
I want to, so I'm scared. I have material, but I just have not had the balls to do it yet.
Well, fuck it. Let's go tomorrow night.
Where is it at?
Bosey Brothers.
Are you down, Angel?
Dude, I'm down to go.
It's a bar.
He's old enough. We're all old enough,
great.
dude.
All right.
Dude,
you guys don't look old enough.
Dude, I know, right? That's the fact. No, dude.
How old are you?
You really guess? Tell me, how old do you think I look?
At least, I'm just gonna say 21 or 22.
Go up higher.
23.
Higher.
24.
Higher.
25.
Higher.
26.
One more.
27. You're older than me.
I'm older than you, man.
Nice.
I'm as old as Aldrin's his younger brother.
Wow, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
You wear it well.
Thank you. Thank you. It's so ridiculous, though, man. There's some like
4 years ago, people were mistaking me. Oh, are you a senior? Oh, did you just get out of high school? Now, like, are you 25? Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where you're at. You're 25.
Yeah, I'm 25.
Okay.
So I turned 26 in July.
I can see that. I can see that on you, because you have that big build on you. You're a big guy. You got that big, nice fucking. I'm a rough, tough man.
I'm just a sweet Lolita.
Obviously, you're like Andre the Giant. He's like, I'll wreck somebody, but in the end, I love hugs. I love hugs.
Right?
That's what I'm all about, is the hugs.
You know what, man? I haven't been in a fight in like years, but now like people like know me. I don't want people to see me angry. Nobody wants to see me angry, because I'm not an angry person.
I don't see you as angry. I really don't. Like,
I do get angry.
I could imagine.
The only person that you could probably, if asked honestly, Diana's seen me angry.
Yeah.
So
towards another person?
Yeah.
Oh.
Towards the world and stuff, and like, oh shit, my job and stuff. And so
she's seen the dark side of the moon.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah. So she's seen happy Joker. She's seen pissed off Joker. Just like how Harley Quinn sees that all the time.
Yep.
She's seen it.
She's seen Pudding Pop.
She burned me once. I was so pissed off. She was like, God damn, you're like the real Joker. I'm like, what?
Or just like, I know.
Yeah. I was too pissed off to even like get in that mindset of like jokingly and stuff.
That's crazy though.
Yeah, man.
But again, you seem like a very gentle giant. I wouldn't see you as fucking.
Thank you, man.
Being a very aggressive person, being like, get out of my fucking parking spot, you douchebag. I don't see you as that guy.
I'm more of like, oh, look at this guy. He took up 2 parking spaces. He's in a car. I'm in a truck. If I just like get that one, scratch his car, make him move over, and just be like,
dude, I'm in the line. I parked in the median. Where the fuck are you?
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah, you were in my way, sir.
Exactly. Right. I'm trying to park in this driveway.
Okay. I almost got into an altercation with a guy on Super Bowl Sunday.
What?
Last month.
What happened?
Okay. So, and it was a big misunderstanding. It messed with me. Dude, I was like, so when I was a kid, I was in Taekwondo. And then in high school, I played football. I was a lineman. Okay. Like they never wanted me to be running back. Said, "Well, no, Everett, you're wide, so
you could take
just stand there." I'm like, "Jeez." I ended up quitting. Like for junior year, I was there from. It was a boarding school. Yeah. So I was there it was middle school and high school. So 7th grade to 10th grade, I played football, and. This dude, I don't know what the hell his problem was at the time. I do know now. We actually talked about it. Okay. Like I used words instead of fists.
Oh shit.
And he's like, he apologized to me, you know,
Yeah.
and I apologized too. But oh man, just thinking about it, because it just messes with me. I'm like, why would people be mean to me? I didn't do shit.
Right.
But so it was Super Bowl Sunday. Everywhere was packed. We were at a gas station, so we were driving around. All the spots were full, and then some lady was like, there was two, and like they were both full, and I'm like, you know what? I'll just wait. So one car leaves, but it's the side that I gotta turn around for to get into. So I pull out, back up, then I back up into it, and I start pumping. Another guy comes over, then this car that was right next to mine leaves, and he gets that one. So I'm pumping gas, and then he comes over. He's like, "Hey man, you took my fucking spot."
What? He already confronted you. He said something.
Yeah. He's like, "Hey man, you took my spot." He was standing about 5 feet away from me. He was probably his height was probably to my chin, and he was a bald guy. He was an older gentleman.
Obviously,
He was he had glasses. He was bald. He was pretty stocky. So he came up to me, and he probably thought I was gonna do something, but he it was just so weird, man. He's like, "You took my fucking spot," and I'm like, "Excuse me?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about? Your spot's right there." I was confused. He's and he's like, "Motherfucker!" And then he was like walking into the store, and I'm like, "What the hell?
What just happened?" Right?
Yeah, and but he kept going on, "You stupid motherfucker." And I'm like, "Well, maybe if you weren't so old and slow, like go pay for your shit." I was calling him Mr. Turtle and everything,
Oh god.
because he was bald. He looked like a turtle,
Yeah,
and,
right.
and he was kind of, you know,
Big guy.
I was like, "What the fuck is this guy's problem?" Then he comes back out after he pays. He's like, he was in the door, and then he's like, "Hey," and he flips me off. I'm like, "This guy, what the fuck is his problem?" Then he comes back, and through the whole altercation, he was talking to me. "You fucking took my spot," and I'm like, "Dude, this one didn't have your name on it. You were too fucking slow." And I'm like, "You're right here. You're already getting your gas in this one." I'm like, "What the hell's the problem?" And I'm like, "You know what? Just go home, man. Just go. Let's go. Let's go. Just go watch some football. You know, the food's gonna get cold if you know.
Yeah.
You know." I was just doing shit like that, and he was claiming that he's all, "Your chick's already calling the cops," and I'm like, "She's checking her Instagram." What?
Jesus.
I'm like, Jesus Christ, this dude. He's one of those guys that'll get you worked up, and then like, "Oh, you don't want to do nothing. You want to do your chick's already calling the cops."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Like more barf
So
than bite.
a couple days, so he left, I left. A couple days later, I see his ass again. I said, "Do I know you?" And then and he's all, yeah, the gas station. And I'm like, no. And he was like, "You ready?" I'm like, "I'm fucking ready, man. If you want to go, let's go right now." And I'm like, "I don't know what the hell your problem is, because you."
Yeah,
And then he's all,
obviously.
"You took my spot."
Meh.
Then he's all, "I was waiting for this lady to move, and then you fucking just came and took my spot." And I'm like, holy shit, we did the exact same thing. Like, we were waiting for someone, they left, and we were trying to get the same spots. So we got into an altercation because we were both nice. You know what I mean?
Oh, because you were waiting.
We were both waiting, and we thought the other guy was the asshole.
Okay.
So we hashed it out, and then
We got
shook
coffee.
he shook my hand, and I'm like, honestly, I would have probably been the same way, but it just weirded me out because you were saying that I took your spot even though you had a brand new spot. And it was like one of the dumbest things that ever happened in my life.
It's like one of those altercations of like, dude, we should have just talked about it. It would have been fucking fine.
Yeah.
That's crazy though.
Yeah.
The fact that you met him again is the craziest
And
part about it.
and I'm like, this is the universe saying like, Everett, don't be a dick. You know, you're not the dick kind of guy. So the universe threw it back at me. All right, make this right, Everett. You know,
yeah.
I'm like, okay, second time around. See, number 2 again, man.
There you go, right
there.
You should have just been on the second podcast. No, we should have got you on 12 at least. But we have who do we have for tomorrow? We have Kiana on the podcast, cosplayer Kenmu Princess.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
I wish that was my name.
You have a cosplay name, don't you?
Billy Banks.
Is that what it goes by?
I kind of adopted that now.
All right.
It's just my last name, Will Banks.
Will Banks, Billy Banks.
Yeah, Billy Banks. It sounds cooler.
Billy Banks cosplay.
Nah, just Billy Banks. I'm trying to put that there because it just sounds better and it's easier to put and it looks better as a signature, like on prints and stuff.
Billy
So,
Banks.
My screen name.
You hear that, people? Billy Banks.
Billy Banks.
Billy Banks. Look him up. Look him up on Instagram.
Yeah.
He's got some pretty cool shit up there.
Yeah. If you look at Billy Banks, or my Instagram is Eerie Weirdy.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Because I was gonna have him link some of that stuff too, but you can do
Eerie
that.
Weirdy. EERIEWEIRDIE.
Ah, there it is. Yeah, he'll link it up now.
That's cool.
Get some more people on there.
See, there's the Lolita Deadpool right there.
Yeah, see, I wish in the future the podcast starting to grow. Oh, that's me. Is to have the screen here.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, and then we could all look at it. They can look at it. Everyone can look at it.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah,
There you
that
go.
would be.
Dude, it's badass.
Yeah, it reminds me of something like Lady Beard would do or something. You ever heard of
Ladybeard?
Lady Beard?
I think so. Is that the guy that did Sailor Moon?
Yeah, he does Sailor Moon.
Yeah,
but he does a lot of that stuff.
Kicked ass on that.
He was at the Saboten in Arizona.
Oh, okay.
Because you know how Sabaku-Con is run by that same guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does one in Arizona.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, me and this guy like to go to that con. We've gone 2 years in a row now.
That's awesome, dude.
Right in Phoenix.
I'm trying to get. Honestly, I was never really into the anime that much. You know, just what Cartoon Network and like Kids
Toonami and shit.
showed me. Yeah. Just that.
That's how I started too.
Yeah.
But I ventured off a little bit with like
Yeah.
some of the friends that I've gotten and like some of the relationships that I've been in. So
Uh-huh.
they were just like, you should check this out and stuff. And
But Dragon Ball Z was always up there.
yeah,
That was always on. Like,
everybody could relate to that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think everybody can. Literally, you can just mention it and they'll like at least know a character. Maybe
Like,
they don't know the premise.
the only anime that I know fully that I've seen fully is Trigun.
Really?
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of episodes of that. but
I love that anime.
that was a long time.
I guess
ago.
that would be my favorite anime because I've seen everything of that.
Nice.
Dragon Ball Z, I still don't know shit about like GT or Super. I haven't even started Super.
Neither have I. Well, I've glimpsed into it, but it's intense now, man.
Yeah. They're gonna have to redo the Superman versus Goku battle again.
That's weird. Twice already, right?
Yep, twice.
That's crazy. And I don't know why people don't accept that. I understand that. I get it. Being a really more of an anime fan of superheroes, I get that Superman would kick Goku's ass.
You know what, man? I think that's the reason why my friend, he always throws in my face, well, it's because Superman's an ideal, not a character. I'm like, what? Dude, like, are you kidding me? Like, people can't relate to for some reason people can't relate to Superman as they can with Goku. But it's just weird because they're both big ass symbols of good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
They both have almost the same origin. And that when it comes down to that, like people say, all right, Goku or Superman, who's better? Who would win in a fight? Okay, if they were to fight, I'm still gonna say Superman, but I don't think that fight would ever actually happen because they're both good guys.
Yeah.
You know, they're
And-
both good.
Exactly. I guess because do you remember where they did it on the on the fucking
Death battle.
Yeah, the death battle, where they kind of made it seem like Goku just wanted to be intrigued with Superman because of how powerful he was.
Yeah.
He was just like, whoa, I've never seen somebody this powerful. Let's
Mhm.
fight.
Yeah.
And that's the cool thing about Goku, too, because he doesn't seem like a wholehearted guy who wants to, like, kick your ass. He just wants to spar. He's like, let's spar it out, bro. You look like
Yeah.
a badass. I want
Yeah.
to spar with you.
And Superman was like, well, no, I got some stuff to do, but if you ever go rogue, then we'll fight.
Yeah,
Goku would be like, okay.
exactly. And makes it where it's like a fight, which is kind of crazy because I would see where Superman would have to defend himself.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the power of the sun, man. That's scary.
Yeah. So for me, I'm way more into comic books than the anime. But with Netflix and Hulu,
You could venture anywhere.
I'm
now.
venturing into that too. Like, me and Diana, we were watching Death Note, not the movie, the actual series.
Yeah.
And I started rewatching Dragon Ball in Japanese, and it's cool. I don't remember a lot of those episodes when I was little. I don't even remember him being in a blue gi.
Oh,
It was always the orange one for me.
Yeah.
He was already with Master Roshi.
And then it's crazy to think too is like they're adapting some anime culture, starting to adapt some of the comic book. Did you see that spin-off or whatever of Samurai Batman?
Yes, no, I haven't seen it yet, but I
you know
saw of it.
Yeah.
The first thing that I saw, like what you just said, like anime getting influenced by like comic books, is One Punch Man.
Yeah.
And that's cool because it actually toys with the idea like this guy's so powerful, no one can kill him. Like they're obviously going off of what Superman is. But it's funny how people claim that yeah, right there. They claim that Superman's boring. You know what I mean? How the fuck is he boring? I can't see
Superman.
Yeah, Superman. I can't see how he's boring at all. You know what I mean? But everyone wants their superheroes relatable. You know, they want, oh, look at Spider-Man. He struggles financially just like me. I'm like, well, that's not super. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then they're like, well, they can't be super all the time. I'm like, well, then they're not super anytime. Because
Yeah, it's like super occasionally.
yeah. I don't know. I guess I just grew up like differently because that's what Marvel has. Marvel has heroes that are relatable.
Anybody could be a hero, kind of.
That's what their thing is. And DC is kind of the opposite.
I
like,
see
certain people can be heroes.
It's gods.
Yeah,
That's how I see it. Is like
yeah.
anybody could be a hero with Marvel. Gods are they're pretty much already established heroes.
Yeah, and that's what they're based off of. You know,
Obviously, you don't see Superman pass down his title to another Superman to another Superman, unlike Captain America and all the other ones.
There are multiple Supermen,
Yeah.
but Clark Kent, Kal-El is the Superman, and he's always there.
Yeah.
He's died a few times,
And it's always
coming
weird.
back.
It's always weird to think of like DC's kind of whole aspect of the multi-universe and stuff. Like the way I've learned to describe it, maybe you can correct me on this, is like they have an alternate version of every superhero.
Oh yeah,
Just like there's like Batman,
let me tell
Pirate
you-
Batman, bam, Ninja Batman, bam, fuck Stormtrooper Batman. They're all there in
Okay.
that because it's just like a parallel universe.
sometimes yes, but sometimes it's just a parallel timeline.
A timeline,
Yeah,
okay,
of that one universe. Like Flash goes back, fucks something up, and now it's like a different Back to the Future. Just think of that.
okay. So in that aspect, Batman starts off. So it could change between the two. So
Mhm.
Batman can have a multi-universe thing where he is a pirate or he is
Yeah.
Us.
Actually, oh my god, this is going through time travel. There was a story arc called Batman: The Return of Bruce Wayne. It's after Batman died. Batman didn't really die by Darkseid. He was sent back in time. So he was there through caveman times, pilgrim times, pirate times,
he just went through.
cowboy times, and then the 1950s gangster times, and then he came back to the present time.
Oh shit,
So you got to see him in each one of those.
that's crazy.
And he was like established as like the detective, the hero of that time. So Bruce Wayne is pretty fucked up.
That's crazy to think about too. Is like, oh, they just sent him back, and how he had to fight his way all the way to get back to the present time.
Me and my friend Santiago, we said like every time like something new DC comes, we kind of lost. We didn't lose interest. We just like lost. I almost said hope. We lost like I don't know what exactly. We were a little jaded by it, like because every single new story that comes out is an Elseworld story.
Okay.
So we're like, fucking multiverse, man. Anything that can happen will happen, and
Did happen.
did happen and will be canon in some universe somewhere. And as another thing, people like to say, like in the Injustice universe, where people are popping pills to be like on par with Superman.
Yeah.
They basically become a Kryptonian after they take these pills. And Alfred took one and then beat down Superman. And everyone's like, this is why Goku would beat Superman, because an old man beat Superman. I'm like, well, first off, he had equal power as Superman, and he's a trained
Martial artist.
Yeah.
And he became a god. That's the difference. Is like, I see the Marvel characters as just becoming a superhero. Like, you can't shoot Superman or you can't shoot Spider-Man because he's still gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike Superman, he's like bulletproof.
Oh, yeah.
Even if they do, like you said, how Alfred turned into the Kryptonian, you're gonna shoot him. He's still gonna be bulletproof.
Yeah.
So he didn't gain a little bit of his. Oh, I could only fly because I'm Superman, or I got the heat vision. He's legit.
Well, yeah, and if you look, that's the only reason that DC's really survived is because of Batman, because they claim that he's just human. That makes, even though he's a billionaire, he's relatable to some extent. He's emo as fuck, but he has no powers. But he's recently been classified in the DC universe as a metahuman because of all the shit that he pulls. Yeah.
So it's more of like an intellect kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't want to relate or like kind of compare the two, but I'm seeing them too as like a Tony Stark and Bruce Wayne kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely. Tony Stark, I guess, is slightly more. They're both geniuses, but he's like slightly smarter because like he makes his technology, whereas Batman has people to make technology for him.
Okay.
But I think Bruce Wayne can do the exact same thing that Tony Stark can do, but Bruce Wayne has a more connection putting himself out there without an armor suit, you know, because he was there as a little kid when his parents were killed. You know,
yeah.
He has to be in there himself. He needs to put him because he could have died that night, and he has to put himself in that situation every night because, like, he doesn't want that to happen to anyone else. So that's why he learned how to fight. That's why he learned, like, he bodybuilds. That's why he does stuff naturally. You know what I mean?
Because I guess what's his name? Tony Stark didn't really see his parents die, right? He found out his parents died.
Yeah, he wasn't like he was only vengeful after he found out
who did it.
Like there wasn't an accident that they died in, that they were actually murdered.
Yeah.
And
compared to where he actually saw the murder.
Yeah, Bruce Wayne saw that, and that's so what Tony felt like when he realized his parents were like murdered. At that point, that's what Batman's been feeling his whole fucking life. So that's why he puts himself out there in just like a costume that's why he tries to scare people. He wants to be more than just like a weapon.
I guess I could see that too, because he does leave the fear of like, you know, you're gonna do that shit again, because if not, I'm gonna come back,
right?
And it's kind of cool because in the other aspect, you see Spider-Man, and he's just like, you only get one.
Yeah,
it's like
what? Batman is trying to prevent crime, and everyone in Marvel they react to crime. You know what I mean?
I see what you're saying. It's like they're not trying to stop it, but they're just trying to make sure it doesn't happen.
Yeah, and Superman, I see him more. Batman isn't a superhero to me. He's a crime fighter. He fights crime. You know what I mean? He's breaking down thieves, drug dealers, pedophiles. He's cutting them down. Superman's flying around the world and saves some people falling from somewhere, you know?
Yeah.
He's stopping natural disasters from like hurting a lot of people. He's a superhero. He saves people. And Marvel, they like avenge people. They defend people. You know what I mean?
And then obviously the whole reason why the Avengers split up was because they killed too many people while trying to save people.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's just kind of funny in itself too.
Yeah. It's when it's just that thing that when it gets a little too realistic. Like what about all these people? You know, what about this happen? It's just like, jeez, I just want to see things blow up.
Right. So in that aspect, then I'm seeing you more as a DC fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no question.
But like, how do you feel about the whole franchise of the movie industry going right now?
The DCEU?
Obviously, and this is my opinion, I feel that the MCU is totally kind of blowing them out of the water right now.
Oh yeah, of course. Like me being a DC fan, I understand what the multi-universe is. So this DC universe, it's not. I don't feel like it's an adaptation of any one particular storyline or something or arc to the screen. Marvel is.
Oh, okay.
Marvel's taking like exact. That's what Marvel does. They don't come up with new shit. They never come up with new shit. They just do the old shit over and over and over and over and over.
What do you mean like that by that?
Like look at every single Spider-Man cartoon. It's all the same shit. Same like, you know, same story arcs, same stuff. Oh, now he has the black suit. Now he's fighting Venom. Now he's fighting Carnage. It's just the same shit over and over and over.
Okay.
And Batman cartoons, because those are the most successful cartoons, you know? Spider-Man cartoons for Marvel and Batman for DC. And Batman, like, they do new stories, but they can't do some of their famous story arcs because they're too dark, you know?
for like television.
Yeah,
like
for
that.
television.
Because obviously that's another thing too, is like the DC universe does an amazing job for animated movies.
I know. I wish they get those writers for the regular movies, man.
That's crazy though. How the fuck does that even happen?
You
Too
know
much
why?
licensing and commercial bullshit.
But I will admit that's where DC messes up. They're trying to make things different too much, because Marvel's already set a standard. So they're taking these famous storylines and apply them to screen.
And
okay, so DC, all right, let's not do that. Let's just make our own stuff because we're different.
So so technically, because I'm not don't know too much of the DC storyline in the comic book series, but what's happening in the movies isn't exactly what happens in the comic books.
Nope.
In any universe.
Nope. It's a weird thing. They're trying to make their own stories, but have like little references of like past stories, like the death of Superman and Batman versus Superman. Yes, it was Doomsday that killed him, but that's not how Doomsday was created for that storyline.
Oh, okay.
And how Doomsday was created in Batman versus Superman, that's actually how Bizarro was created in the New 52. So they're, it's just weird.
That is kind of weird.
Yeah, and Harley Quinn, she's obviously her influence in the movies was taken from the New 52, but what was cool, they kept her original origin. Like, she's so in love with the Joker. She was like, she wasn't that good of a psychiatrist, because nowadays they're saying like, oh, her family was so messed up that she that inspired her to become a real psychologist. So she's a real one. She's a professional. I'm like, no. When she first showed up, she screwed her teacher to get an A in class, man. She's the villains are more popular than the heroes in DC.
Yeah, that's another topic to bring up, because they are like,
yeah,
you obviously know way more of the bad guys in DC than compared to Marvel.
But dude, that's what makes the stories great. Like, you can't have like a good superhero story without a good super villain. Those are what make the stories. The best Batman stories have the Joker in them.
That's true. That is true.
But like the villains in Marvel, they're becoming household names now. Like, no one gave a shit about Loki like 5 years ago.
That's true.
No one gave a shit about Loki.
There's a lot of characters that are like, nobody even knew about any of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Nope.
Now they're like the hot shit. Like, everyone's all about Groot.
Yeah, but that's because it's different. It's so DC has their standard of what a superhero is, and Marvel, they got different stuff. So now they're the standard. So when they bring back this old stuff, it's like, that's stupid. You know what I mean?
So you're saying is like, bringing back the standard of the superhero being a god is stupid in nowadays.
Yeah.
Right now in movies, people don't want to see the godlike figure as a hero. They want to see the average Joe.
No, they want to see like
Spider-Man.
Yeah, but like even Thor, he's a god and he got stabbed by Loki. You know what I mean? In Avengers, that's what they want to see. They want to see their heroes vulnerable, but they don't.
He had a struggle. Did you see Ragnarok?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that was all struggle.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. See, now that didn't even take place on Earth, and like that was great. They need to do more stuff like that. The only time they did that in DC was what? Green Lantern, and that fucking bombed.
Did they?
Yeah, they were on Oa. They were in space from time to time, but it was just like.
And that's where a lot of their good stories are, right? I mean, when the Justice League go out there and fight the villains in space.
Yeah, like I was hoping in. I kind of see the Doomsday and Batman versus Superman. I kind of see him more as a Bizarro. You know what I mean? Bizarro is my favorite Superman villain, just because he's the polar opposite of Superman.
Yeah.
Because like he had similar powers, like fire breath. That's a Bizarro power, and he was created by Lex Luthor, and they're all about the New 52, and that's how it happened in the New 52. And Injustice is. DC is just all over the place. Let's take references from all these different universes, put them in one, and this is what we're getting, and it's not working out so well.
That's crazy too, because like a lot of people were disappointed that they didn't stick with the Flash that was on the CW. ended up getting that new guy to play the Flash.
They can't. They couldn't do that because people would like think what happened in the TV show is connected to the movies,
and it's
and
not.
it's not.
They're not trying to do that.
No, because the TV Flash is a pussy.
Oh, here we go. I'm getting down to the gritty.
Yeah, Grant. All right, so first off,
Pussies.
What's his face? Harrison Wells makes the Flash into the Flash years before he's supposed to, and it's like it's the Flash, and like he has, everyone behind him helping him. Come on, helping him back up and stuff. He's not supposed to be the Flash yet. You know what I mean? So he's a wuss. That's why he gets his ass kicked all the time. In the movies, it's just Barry himself. He made the suit. He's learning how to do it. He's expanded his own mind by reading books at the speed of light. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I say like that the TV one is a pussy.
Okay.
Because this new one, I like this new one way better because it's just him.
He's making himself become the Flash.
Yeah, he's becoming an actual superhero himself.
That's actually pretty cool to think about because obviously, like, if you have those kind of powers, but you don't have those things enhanced yet, you would have to make them like better. Like, obviously, you have the super speed, so you should read super fast.
Yeah,
Fucking read a lot of books. You could read like 10 books in less than a minute. That's awesome. That's
probably
sick.
less than 30 seconds, man.
That's so sick to think
Yeah.
about too. But yeah,
but I do like the TV show.
everyone likes
because that is another, man. That is another parallel timeline. This is like a parallel timeline. Through the people thought like it was like halfway through season 1 where he went back in time for the first time and fucked shit up.
Yeah.
No, it's been fucked up from the get go because Reverse Flash came back. And that's what fucked him up. And then he got stuck here. And then he tried to make the Flash become, the Flash. So he could beat his ass and then go back to his time. And it's just really, it's been messed up from the get-go.
So they've been just like constantly just, obviously I see it as him messing up his own future.
Yeah, people don't realize that whole show is just, it's an alternate universe. Like, and it's been like that from the get-go. This new Flash is more comic book oriented, I believe. In the limited amount of screen time that we saw, we already know that there's no Harrison Wells helping him. It's just him. Okay. And he's trying to. Oh, and he hadn't even started work. Like at the end of Justice League, he showed his dad that he got hired. It's the worst position you could have in a crime lab. He's probably cleaning up dead bodies and shit.
What?
But he said his foot is in the door. So the next time we see him, he'll probably be a forensic investigator finally.
Okay. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Because, like, I've always seen the Flash as just a guy that can run fast, Mm-hmm. You don't really see him as, like, so much more of the superhero, but getting to know more of the shit where, like, even just fucking enhancing his brain like that is sick. Just reading super fast.
Yeah, he's faster than Superman, so.
That's pretty sick to think
Superman
about.
can't go back in time. Like, the Flash is that fast.
The Flash is that fast. Damn.
Hell yeah.
You've done the Flash cosplay, haven't you?
No,
not yet. You
no.
have anything?
I have some stuff planned. I want to do like the guys of Justice League. I want to do all of them. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I've already done Batman and Superman. Those are the main two, and I really want to do Aquaman. Not Jason Momoa, surfer dude.
He looks Aquaman, like Samoan.
You know who he looks like more than Aquaman?
Who does he look like?
Namor the Submariner from Marvel. Basically, Marvel's Aquaman. He looks more like Namor.
Okay.
Like and nobody gives a fuck about Namor either. But when his movie comes out, people love him. They're gonna say he's better than Aquaman, and that's another. Okay, so DC blew Marvel out of the water with Wonder Woman. Her standalone woman, like
that movie
from the
was
get-go.
Sick.
She was only in 2 movies, and she was only in 1 movie, and then she got her own movie. Black Widow has been how many? She still hasn't even got a fucking movie.
Like
what the hell?
That's actually pretty. That's actually
you know why?
Facts.
You know why?
Nobody likes Scarlett Johansson.
No, because little boys don't give a shit. About Scarlett Johansson having her own movie. They're not gonna see it. That's who the movies are made for.
Little kids stuff.
Little kid stuff. That's what Marvel is made for. Like DC, they're a little more mature with their
Well, they're trying.
Yeah, they're trying to be more mature, but it's like their immature writing is just like,
Yeah, ruining it. I can
Yeah.
totally see that though. That's awesome. Like you can see them being a more standalone adult kind of superheroes because obviously, again,
they're all old as shit. So they're like the parent, like the Marvel universe is like their babies. It's like their kids. You know what I mean? Like they're showing us how heroes are supposed to be.
okay, then
And then Marvel is like showing them how they think they should be.
here's a question then: who came first,
Who?
Marvel or DC?
DC.
DC came
DC
first. Double check that.
1939 or 1940, I believe.
Damn.
Because Superman came out in a comic book called Action Comics, not DC first, and I want to say it was like 1937, something like that.
1937.
Something like that.
And it was before DC was actually established.
Mm-hmm.
So it was another kind of brand of comics bringing out these heroes.
Yeah.
And then DC got its establishment through them.
And Marvel became Marvel Comics in like the 50s, I think. And before that, they were like, I can't really remember what they were. They weren't Marvel Comics, but
Just DC invented.
yeah, it was DC, and
1808 and too few guys. Oh no, we're looking at way different ones. DC 38.
Yep,
Damn, in the 30s.
yeah, Detective Comics, 1938.
And then Marvel. Damn, 1 year after.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Timely Publications. That's what it was called.
okay.
It wasn't Marvel until like 1950s.
50. In the early 50s.
1950s.
That's crazy. So
Yeah.
I guess they did both have trying to establish their own comic book
But
thing.
when it was Timely Comics, when it was first established in 1939, a year after Action, I don't think they were doing superheroes.
They weren't doing superheroes?
I don't think so. I think Action Comics was doing only Superman. Then 2 years later, they started doing Batman, and then they did Wonder Woman, and they started that, and then I think Timely Comics had Captain America. Well, Captain America, he was like before he was a comic book character, he was just like a
promotion thing, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't he kind of like all
Like-
you can be like Captain America in the army?
He was like Colonel Sanders.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking, we want you,
Yeah, exactly. He was like Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam.
He was like
S-
Uncle Sam's nephew.
Right.
That's who Captain America is.
That's perfect.
Uncle Sam's nephew.
Because they even do that in the
Uncle
movie.
Sam and nephew Steve.
Right.
That's what it was.
It's like we need somebody to appeal to the kids in 2000. We got Steve. We got
Yeah.
Steve for that.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's kids that see that and probably like, whoa, look
Dude,
at Captain America.
When before all this Marvel, before like the MCU was like blown up, people were really worried. Like actual comic book, we were having like conversations like this, and people who loved like Marvel and stuff, and like, I love Captain America. This was like before the first movie came out, and they're like, but it's not gonna do good. And I'm like, why do you say that? And then they're like, no one's patriotic anymore. No one gives a fuck about America anymore. That movie's gonna bomb. No, it blew the hell up,
Dude, and
it was great.
That's the funny
Really
thing too
good.
is like their whole scenario is like Marvel was losing. They were fucking losing all kinds of money, and they're like, let's just sell fucking superhero rights wherever we can, so we can make some money to make our comics again. And then all of a sudden, bam! What happens? They fucking blow up in the movie industry.
Yeah, and that's where the differentiation of Marvel, it was great because like it was fresh. And now DC, they're stuck in their old ways and their old godlike this way ways.
Yeah,
And they
It's
just
not
can't
working.
they just can't pull it back. But they can't change the characters like that dramatically to make them work though.
I just think they need to bring back stuff like they did, like Watchmen.
Yeah, that was great.
That was amazing, dude.
Yeah.
I see that as a way better superhero movie than a lot of Marvel movies.
Definitely, dude. Definitely. It was like one of the first. It wasn't the first rated R superhero movie, but it was the first established superhero movie. Everyone knew it was a superhero movie. Like
Yeah.
no one knew Blade was a superhero movie.
I didn't know for the longest time that was
Yeah.
a character from Marvel.
Yeah,
I was just like,
no one really knew Spawn was a superhero movie.
that guy too is just a badass. I
Yeah,
thought.
which sadly wasn't rated R, but it was still enjoyable. You know.
That was one of my favorite movies. That guy Johnny Leguizamo as a clown.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's actually one of my.
Yeah.
I'm actually.
Spawny, he's all man.
I want to do that for this Halloween
Really?
for Santa Fe Con.
The clown?
Clown.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
a legit.
The Violator.
Yep, there he is. There he is.
Love the Violator. Need to get 4 of the guys to be his brothers.
Oh, that's great. And his story arc and comic series is crazy too, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh my god.
Because you don't get like the worst villain you could possibly think of. Fucking devil, Malboja.
Yeah, right.
Like
There you go.
like Tom McFarlane was like, all right, how crazy can I go with this? All right, well, I want my hero to be dark. Let me give him fucking guns and a living cape, and some skulls,
yeah, right.
and spikes, and he's gonna fight the devil, and the devil gave him his powers, you know. And there's a fucking clown that messes with him, like Jesus.
And not only that, he's a burn victim.
Wrong choice of words. I just said Jesus. Yeah, but yeah, and he's a burn victim.
Everything, man. It's just.
And he's black. Most importantly, he's black.
He is.
Yeah.
Even in the comic book.
Oh yeah.
I did not know that. I just thought it was like that adaptation that they do. Like, you know, they
See,
change the way they do it.
That's what I like when they don't say like, oh, here's a black superhero. Just call him a superhero.
Yeah.
Because I didn't care for that when I was little. Like that was the first like comic book movie that my mom was hesitant to let me watch because of how dark it was.
It looks dark as
Yeah.
fuck.
Oh,
but
yeah, man.
It has a what? I think it's rated PG-13.
Yeah, it wasn't that dark, dude. Like and the CGI is so horrible in it.
Yeah, when he's in hell, that
yeah,
shit's hilarious.
It's like God. Oh my God. You have to say the G word.
But yeah, Spawn is
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's a good hero.
Like back then, it didn't matter. Like, oh, this is a black superhero. No, it's just a superhero. He is just a superhero.
Speaking of controversy with black superheroes, how you feeling that Black Panther movie?
I saw it, and I liked it because it didn't feel like a superhero movie to me.
You didn't think so?
Yeah.
I thought it was.
It is.
I thought
But
it was.
it didn't feel like it to me. You know what I mean? I felt like it was a pretty legit story, but I didn't feel like it was like it wasn't in the same mold as a superhero movie.
I see what
you know
you're
what I mean?
It was more like a
Because
fight for power.
Yeah, it took place in like a city that was hidden, so you didn't care that much about the city. You know what I mean? And then the villain is from a different world where like people that live in that hidden city that transpire and then are good. He's from the other side of that.
That's when they know.
And he tries to take it over, and but it was enjoyable. I think there was not too much action going on.
You don't think so?
Like for a superhero movie. Well, when I think about it, yeah, it's action packed, but I don't know. I guess I expected a little bit more, but I don't know what more because I don't know. The only time I ever seen Black Panther besides this movie and Civil War was I think Avengers, Unite Avengers or something. United Avengers. It was a cartoon movie.
Oh, the animated one.
Yeah, and in that it was a little bit different.
I don't know how they expected that to do that too. Is where like they bring these lower class heroes just because they didn't have the rights to the big ones.
Yeah,
and now that they do have the rights to the big ones, like what are they gonna do now?
Now they can do what they were planning before because they probably had a great idea for the mainstream heroes. They couldn't get them, so they had to do someone else. And now they can do those, and now they can do exactly what they wanted to do before. And you know how it's usually the first movie is the best one, then it slowly gets worse.
Yeah.
So they haven't even done the first one yet, so they can put that in there. They can integrate. Like, dude, there's like a big ass room somewhere in Disneyland where like there's 20 writers, like, you know, looking every single line, every like the locations. Like, all right, does it make sense for this to be here? This is in this timeline. You know, this is this year. You know, I don't think DC has that. They need that.
So they have it mapped out. They
Yeah.
know what they are. They know what's coming out.
They know exactly what they're doing.
Because there's actually the thing where they were going to start bringing in the Netflix series as well into the movie arcs. That's
Yeah, I heard they weren't going to do that, but if they do, I think it would fit.
Yeah,
I
well,
think it would fit fine.
because I know some of the heroes that they have in the Netflix series do actually play a role in the comic book for the Infinity Wars. So that's where I get that skepticism because, like you said, they like to follow that story where it's still kind of the same thing. So
Yeah.
even maybe they don't bring them all. Maybe they don't bring Punisher, Daredevil, but maybe they just bring one like fucking Iron Fist or Luke Cage. You know, one of them out of all of those many.
I think they
defenders
should
have.
bring Luke Cage because
He does play an important role though. That's why. That's why I mentioned that one though.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, look, there he is, like fucking
Wow.
the Infinity Wars, and that's
So
not
I saw there was going to be 22 heroes.
22 heroes,
22.
and that's not even added any of the new stuff. Like
Yeah.
again, I don't know what they're gonna do with the new of them Disney buying Fox, like getting all those rights back.
I know, man. Like I think they're having a field day right now in the writing room because they can do anything now. Because Fantastic Four because X-Men can be its own comic book universe all by itself.
Yeah, and it has
because of how vast the X-Men are. They have that now.
yeah,
Like shit.
because if I would be disappointed if I don't see at least.
But you know what sucks? Warner Brothers has had that for years with DC. They've had all the name brand characters, and they just didn't fucking do it.
They don't know how to do it. I feel.
Yeah, I don't think they have the right kind of people behind them, and also, I think they thought like, oh, this is kid shit. No one's gonna buy this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They didn't care, but now now they're trying to like catch up. Now that they see Marvel like just blowing up, but I think it's a good time because it's gonna kind of end. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these famous faces that been with us for 10 years, it's gonna be done.
They have to like pass the torch if they're gonna keep with this movie cycle.
Yeah, it's kind of like just like a regular TV show, man. Like after 10 years, it's done everything.
You think it's just gonna be canceled?
Not canceled.
Not canceled, but it's gonna be done. Like a final episode.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of like a final episode, but the heroes that they just introduced, they're gonna have like a second one. They're gonna do it again. You know what I mean?
Because again, obviously, for Spider-Man Homecoming, you saw that little cameo of the next Spider-Man, which was the Miles Morales one.
Yeah.
So like, there you go. There's another fucking 4 or 5 stories that they can do with just that guy.
Yeah.
So
And
I don't know how. I get your aspect of how it's gonna like come to an end, but I feel like they'll find a way to keep pushing it.
yeah, unless they want to remake the entire fucking franchise, which Marvel loves to do with their comic books. They like to restart everything, like year after year after year. Just let's restart it, because these stories are so good. They're so timeless. No one's gonna get tired of them. You know, reading them over and over, seeing them on cartoons, seeing them in movies. We just do it over and over and over and over.
So like in that aspect, then they don't. I don't know too much about the Marvel comic book series, but how are they still pushing out new material, and how much compared to DC?
They just rebooted their whole universe for like the 8th time in like since 2011 or so.
Really?
Yeah, I don't really dabble too much into those. I don't dabble into any comic books now, even DC, because it's just getting too ridiculous. Well, it's not getting ridiculous enough. Like I kind of lost interest in Batman after the death of the family. So last time there was a story that had the word death and family in it, and it was about the Joker. The Joker killed Robin. In this story arc, it was called Death of the Family. That's Robin, Red Robin, Nightwing, Batgirl. Nothing happened. Nothing. No one died. Not one fucking thing happened. And I was pissed. I'm like, really? So when the New 52 happened in 2011, they showed Joker getting his face cut off. And then for a whole year, nothing. I'm sorry, 2012, I believe. And for a whole year, they didn't show nothing. He was completely absent for the comic books. And then in Batman number 13, he finally came back. And he was wearing his face like a mask. And he was like creepy looking. And he's actually remaking all all the famous interactions that he's had with Batman since like the 30s. You know,
Okay.
because the whole so we have like what 60 plus years of like comic books. Like Batman's fucking old, but it looks like he's probably what he was like 40 at that point. So they compressed all that for the New 52. So everything that's happened in like the last 30 years happened like in the last 10. Robin's still new. The Justice League hasn't been formed yet. It was just weird. But
I thought, okay, so stopping with that, do you know a lot of the whole aspects of the Watchmen then with the comics? Because I heard that the main reason why the 52 is happening, or that whole different timeline.
52 is done.
Oh, it's done.
Rebirth is the new one.
The Rebirth, it happened because Dr. Manhattan made it happen.
Yes, because like now, that's really cool because the Watchmen are now canon with DC comic books, and the Watchmen is a great story. It's just a great overall story.
It's crazy though to think that like that got so they fixed their
timeline.
What?
That's what DC's basing its movie off of. It wants to be down and gritty like the Watchmen was. That's why they kept Zack Snyder through the whole fucking thing. They want all right, make it as good as, if not better than your Watchmen.
So they're trying to build back to the Watchmen.
Yeah, if they would just like. I don't know. I honestly don't know what they could do to like.
I know we're not writers. We're not fucking. Yeah. We're not professional script writers. We don't.
I think
dabble in the ideas.
But people will agree that like they should probably just do solo hero movies first. You know, look at how well Wonder Woman did.
That was awesome.
Yeah, look at how well Man of Steel did. You know, and
the Dark Knights were good before.
And the Dark Knights, yep, those were good. But those weren't a part of any big ass universe. They were just 3 movies. When you start off small, keep it small, and then when it becomes big, do it right. That's what Marvel's doing. Because when I first heard that DC was gonna have their own universe, I'm like, oh great. And then they're like, but they're gonna show Justice League first, and then they're gonna show individual movies. I'm like, huh? So they're all gonna be flashbacks, or what the fuck?
So wait, so when they do the Justice League, and then the next movie is gonna be how they formed again? Like, I'm confused on how the timeline's going right now.
Okay, so Man of Steel. Batman vs. Superman and Justice League are in chronological order.
Okay.
Wonder Woman happened way before that.
Yeah, okay.
And then now the second Wonder Woman is going to happen before that too. And then, but Superman 2 is going to be in chronological order. I think Batman might be before Batman vs. Superman. And I don't know where Aquaman, I don't know where that's going to take place.
Where did Suicide Squad land in that?
Oh, that was in chronological order too because they were talking about the death of Superman.
Okay.
That was the whole reason the Suicide Squad was formed in the movies.
Because they didn't have nobody to fight those bad guys, so they got actual.
Even though they had Batman, Wonder Woman, and like, well, no one knew how to get a hold of the Flash or stuff, but they knew about Batman. Amanda Waller knew who Batman was. It was just weird, dude. I think because she probably, I don't know. It's just so fucking like, look at that Suicide Squad right out of the gate. Not even like a standalone Batman film where Joker gets Harley Quinn. You know,
I don't even know. Like, I didn't know any of the Suicide Squads besides Deadshot. That's it.
See, that's why they needed that little cartoony like opening, like this guy, he's blah blah blah. But that works in some movies.
That didn't work there.
But in Suicide Squad, you can't do that the same way. But then again, I can't think of a whole movie revolving around Captain Boomerang fighting the Flash, because Captain Boomerang, he's kind of a lame ass.
So it's one of those things where like their stories aren't that interesting to make them stand alone.
Yeah,
you have to kind of compile a few of them together.
Yeah, but how the hell do you make us care about someone that they don't even care about writing a whole story for?
That's damn.
You know, see, that's it sucks, man. It sucks so bad.
They're like, let's write a story about this guy. Well, we don't really care about him.
They should just bring out the standalone heroes with their heavy hitting villains.
Yeah,
you know, Brainiac for Superman, Bizarro for Superman. Like, that's what I wanted for the Man of Steel franchise. I wanted it to be Man of Steel. Then I wanted them to have like a Flash or an Aquaman movie. Then the Wonder Woman. Then Batman. Then Cyborg. And then the Justice League. You know? But they're not doing that. For Man of Steel, it was perfect. With Zod, that was great. Then the second one, Lex Luthor, that would have been awesome. And then, like, he makes Bizarro. because like you can't have a movie where like Superman can't punch his own villain. You know what I mean? Instead of Doomsday, they should have had Lex Luthor in his fucking exosuit. His famous
Oh,
big ass
yeah.
suit that runs on kryptonite. That's what they should have did. And get this, the Superman should have like almost beat him to the point where he gets stuck in the suit a little bit, and then that burns off his hair.
Oh,
That's how he becomes bald. I thought that would have been funny.
Then there it is.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep,
see it.
right there. See, why haven't we seen that in a fucking movie yet?
The suit, dude. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
man.
And then they ended up getting shitty ass characters to play Lex Luthor. What's his name?
No, I actually like the him as a new Lex. Yeah, him.
Yeah.
Jesse Eisenberg. I like him as Lex Luthor. You know why?
Why?
Because he's a throwback to the mad scientist. He's a
The
modern
creepy
day
guy.
He's a modern day mad scientist. He's all fucking over the place. People said he's like Heath Ledger's Joker, and I'm like, well, Heath Ledger's Joker isn't even like the Joker. So what the hell are you talking about? And then they're like, well, he's like Riddler too. I'm like, no, he's a mad scientist. He's a modern day mad scientist, and that's what I liked about it. No one else liked that, but they sort of fixed it in the Justice League at the end. Did you see that?
Unfortunately, I still haven't seen it.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Then
No, go ahead. Spoil it.
okay,
I'm
so
not big ol'-
so at the end of the movie,
if you guys haven't seen it, spoiler alerts. But yeah, go ahead.
yeah. So at the end of the movie,
Spoiler alerts, just so you guys hear. Stop now.
yeah, at the end of Justice League, the villain's done. So DC bit the bullet and they said, fine, let's do post credit scenes. This is their first post credit scene. So it shows like it just opens at a shot at someone riding a boat to a big ass yacht, and the guy on the boat, he's wearing a helmet and like he has like bandanas flying on it. He gets onto the boat, it's fucking Deathstroke. He fucking walks up to Lex Luthor, who's sitting there in a nice suit, bald head, and not doing his not doing that thing. He was saying like, well, so they got a little team. How about we make one of our own? And boom. So that's
The Legion of Doom.
That's right, man. Hell yeah.
That'd be sick.
Like,
See, that's
he-
actually a good suspenseful thing.
Yeah,
Like
it was
now.
like Deathstroke was like don't waste my time. He's then Lex Luthor's like, wouldn't you say we should have a league of our own? Dun dun dun. People thought it was the Injustice League, but I think he should have said Legion instead of like, don't you think we should have a league of our own? Like a league of our own.
Yeah, the
Like,
Legion. Of
Then he's
Doom.
like, well, more like a legion.
yeah.
Dun dun dun.
There you
That would have
go.
been awesome.
So now that's something to expect, but it's probably still
Yeah.
going to be a long way in the works, though, right?
Oh yeah, but I think after Infinity War comes out, I think everyone, the writers, the actors of it, are just gonna be like, oh, okay, because their contract will be up, and they'll may get offers to do some more movies, but I think 10 years is a good stopping point.
I think so.
Well, what's his face? Hugh Jackman did it for 17 years?
Yeah, and he's done, he says, right?
Yeah.
He says he's done.
He said the only way he'll come back is if X-Men became part of the MCU, but now it has. So what is he gonna do?
Yeah, see, that's even weirder. Again, just
See, yeah.
because they already have this timeline of what's supposed to come out, but now they could actually put way more.
Yeah, that looks more like the Injustice League, because Lex Luthor does not want the Joker a part of the Legion of Doom.
Yeah. Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah. So it was like, well, the original one was Solomon Grundy, Bizarro, Lex Luthor was the leader. They had Cheetah. They had Scarecrow for some reason. I think they should have had Riddler because he's more intellectual. They had a few. I'm going off of what I've seen in the Super Friends.
Oh, from the animated
Yeah.
series.
Oh, Black Manta.
There's a lot, dude. There's way too much on that end.
Yeah.
It's like, it's fucking, I can't, dude, we've been talking about an hour just on fucking.
Oh, really?
Just on
Yeah.
fucking superheroes, man. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, dude, it's a vast world that you cannot keep up with, man.
It's intense.
You cannot keep up with it. I applaud the people that do that. Like, they're like an encyclopedia of knowledge and stuff. And like, man, I'm like, after like I said, I'm kind of like done with comic books. if I see a storyline that I'm really intrigued in,
You'll
like
glance.
like the last one I picked up was last year, Deadpool versus the Punisher. That was good. That was really good. That showed how how dumbly ingenious Deadpool is. Like, and I loved it.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, there was even a reference to Batman versus Superman.
In there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Like he was like Deadpool was about to kill the Punisher, and then he's like, "Wait a minute, what did you just say? Did you just say Martha? Oh my God, that's my mom's name." Like guys whose moms are the same name shouldn't fight. You know, we gotta work out our differences. We should be friends now. Then Punisher's like, "Louise, my mom's name is Louise." Then Deadpool's like, "Oh, well then fuck you."
never mind. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I love how they do that too, like just that reference of another kind of
Oh
franchise.
yeah. Well, that's the only person that can do it is Deadpool,
Oh,
and that is what I like how Deadpool is when he's not so overly like when he can reference stuff outside of his own universe. I love that. But when he's like fourth wall breaking all the time, it's like
a little bit too much.
yeah, a little too much. I think he did it. He probably did it just. He did it the right amount in the movie because he was narrating his own story. So you're breaking the fourth wall right there in any movie.
But still, yeah, I could see what you're saying. Where like, especially for fighting scenes or cut scenes like that, he stops and tells you guys exactly.
Yeah.
That's just a little
Yeah,
too
but
much.
as long as it's funny, it works with him. You know,
You did a good job.
that's what I like about Deadpool, and I think that's what anyone likes about it. Oh, and the fact that he kills people. But I hated how they're like, well, like I loved how Deadpool is a fucking mercenary. He will kill you. He will kill you for like
Anything, yeah.
like for a certain amount of money. You offer him a more amount of money,
He'll
he'll go back and kill the guy that contracted him to kill you.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like his loyalty is very flexible, you know? And that's what I liked about it. But then they said that he's never cast a check from being a mercenary. Like, what? They try to add like a human side to people like this, and I'm like,
And obviously he's more of that, like, he doesn't give a fuck.
yeah, that was the whole thing. He doesn't care. Now, on DC's side, they have Lobo, and his loyalty is his bond. Like if someone offers him like $1,000 to kill someone, and like he's gonna kill that person, and the person like, hey, I'll give you $1,000,000. He'll be like, you think I'm gonna break my bond?
Lobo.
Yeah,
I've never seen that guy.
No, oh, dude, he's a mixture of well, he came. This is DC's answer to Wolverine.
Really?
Yeah, well, Lobo. Lobo is a wolf.
Yeah, the Lobo.
Wolverine.
El Lobo.
This guy will kill anyone in the Marvel universe, man. Like this is the guy I would pick to fight Deadpool. So this guy makes Superman bleed. He's a Zarnian. He killed his entire family.
Damn.
Yeah, he's the last surviving Zarnian.
I'm gonna have to go to there's this YouTube channel that I like to listen to called Comic Books Explained, and he does everything. So if he has a story on this guy, I'm gonna go check that shit out.
Oh, definitely, dude. Yeah.
The Lobo, fuck, dude,
fuck yeah,
that guy
Lobo.
looks sick.
You know, Lobo, the main man, dude. He's the main man. I want him to be in a freaking superhero movie, man. He should have been.
That's funny ass picture.
Yeah, he's fast as hell. Oh, he's a intergalactic space biker.
Yeah, I was gonna say he has that like rough, tough look to him.
He's on a rocket propelled chopper, dude.
So he's not from here then.
No, he's Zarnian. He's an alien. See that? But they in the New 52, they say he's not the real last Zarnian. There's a real Lobo. He's the Lobo we love is actually just a fake.
Like a half breed or something.
No, his name's not even Lobo. He took it from a different Zarnian that he thought was dead just so he can get his credit. I'm like, really? That's what I hate. I hated that, man. I don't even know how how that story ended. Like, I just read that first issue. I'm like, I don't even want to fucking know it. Because, like, the actual Lobo, they say, is like he's like really slim. He's kind of like suave. He has like a pompadour. He doesn't have this.
I saw that picture. Go back.
Yeah, he's not like a big ass
like that one over there in the
hulking
corner.
beast.
With his head. Yeah, that one.
That one. They say the skinny guy, that's actually Lobo, and not the guy that we've grown to love.
Really?
Yeah. But I don't know. But then again, I told you I don't know how that story ended, because I just read the first issue. I'm like, fuck that.
That's sick.
I don't want to even know.
I'm totally gonna research that.
Oh
That
yeah,
guy
man.
looks legit.
Hell yeah, dude.
Cosplay idea for sure.
Hell yeah, man. Gonna have to be buff as hell. But I read a lot of comic books with Lobo in it. He kicks ass, dude.
Nice.
Oh, he does like a little. I think he does a little fourth wall breaking, slightly. Oh, in his very first solo issue, he's pointing at his crotch and he's all, "Here's your cover enhancement right here." You know?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he's a really funny dude. But yeah, and and it's very if you like inappropriateness, Lobo's the guy for you. Oh, there's a story arc. Lobo. Crap, I don't really remember, but it's where he dies and goes to heaven. Heaven doesn't want them, so they send him to hell, and hell doesn't want him. So big ass war breaks out, and then they send him back to heaven, and heaven's like, "Fine, we'll just send you back to freaking Earth."
Just whatever. We'll
Yeah.
just go back to the middle of it all.
Yeah,
At least they didn't have like the purgatory on there. That'd have been pretty.
I think
fucking funny.
Earth is purgatory. Oh, actually, no. That's where Bruce Wayne was when in Batman R.I.P. It's not Batman Rest in Peace. It's Batman Rot in Purgatory, and that's where he was. That's where he was with the whole time shit.
Okay.
Yeah. See, man, I'm not an expert, but I can grasp just a little bit on it. There's people that'll just be like, they'll draw it out for you.
Oh, they have the whole map out and everything.
Like they could draw you a map. I'm not that guy. I'm dude.
I've seen some of that shit too, where they're just like, this totally connects to this over here, but because of this event, this is gonna happen. And last time's like, whoa, dude, that's just too much fucking.
Yeah,
webbing.
that's why I sort of like about the DC movies, all 5 of them, because they're not really doing that. They're referencing different stories, but they're making their own.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool to think about. It's like, because now that you've explained it a little bit more to me, I kind of see it more as like a standalone. They're not ripping off comic books, trying to get their own thing going on.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah. I just wish they were a little bit better on it.
I guess it's just time, right? Or they fucked up with when they started to distribute it. They're like, we just might as well rush it because Marvel's like super ahead of their.
Yeah. They didn't want to wait. I think if they would have waited, they would have had better time to plan out shit.
But I don't get it though, is because even DC, or I don't want to say DC, but Warner Brothers had even superhero movies established way before Marvel did. Like fucking.
Yeah, they just didn't do anything with them because they thought they were shit.
I didn't think there was a market.
Mm-mm.
I don't know how it became a market.
Shit, man. Batman.
He did it.
1989. That's when like the superhero shit really took off. So they had Batman, and then they had Spawn, and they had Blade. And in 1985, they had what? Howard the Duck. That was the first Marvel superhero movie.
Oh my god! Yeah, we saw that. We actually just saw that at Walmart. $5. Howard the Duck on sale. $5 at Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
Go to your local Walmart, people.
It wasn't that good. But I think they said it cost more to make than Back to the Future.
What?
Yeah.
Howard the Duck?
Yeah, it was. Yep, that one right there, the original one. It cost way more money, and it didn't do that good.
That's so weird.
I'm like, seriously, that's the first character. But then again, as a kid, you don't know that's a Marvel character.
Yeah, I didn't. I would have never guessed.
I thought it was just a dumb movie.
It's like, great, it's another fucking Meet the Dinosaurs or something.
Yeah, right. It looks like the same kind of people. Oh. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the 90s, or was it 90?
Yeah, with Corey Feldman, right?
Yeah,
Corey Feldman.
The first one, Bossa Nova.
Yeah. Did you know that actor played all of them? He did all the roles.
Excuse me?
The Corey Feldman played all the roles of the Ninja Turtles.
What are you talking about?
Like, that was the same guy.
Like, what are you talking about? Like in the movies?
Yeah, in the movies of the Ninja Turtles, the guy that plays the go to a 90s, that guy right there, the one in the corner, Donatello. And all the go down lower in the corner all the way that way, it's the real Action Life one over there on the right side. Up right there. Yeah, that one. That one is the same actor for all of them. All of the Ninja Turtles are the same guy.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying, because like he was like the Smeagol, or what's that actor's name? The guy that plays Smeagol, the guy that plays Caesar in Planet of the Apes. It's because he's the motion capture god because he knows how to move his face and move his body.
I'm not too
Like
sure.
that's probably why he was the same person. I thought you were saying Corey Feldman voiced all the turtles. I'm like,
Oh no,
fuck
no,
no.
no. Yeah, no.
I'm like, I didn't like Corey Feldman as a Donatello. I didn't like his voice. I liked the guy in the second movie.
Yeah.
He sounded way more intelligent. He was actually way more intelligent. He was like hacking into, stuff.
I haven't seen that movie in a long ass time.
Right.
That's some nostalgic shit right there.
Let's talk about Ninja Turtles. Oh, have you been playing Injustice Ninja Turtles?
They're on there, right?
Yeah.
I have not.
Oh, they're sick, dude. They're so fucking sick. It's funny. I'm really good with Michelangelo, and he's my least favorite turtle.
Really?
Yeah, my favorite is Raphael.
Raphael is pretty sick. I've always been a Donatello fan. Just that nerdy shit.
Yeah, he is cool. I just don't like. The only time I never liked Donatello was in the new movies. I'm like, why do you give him glasses?
Play that video.
You're just playing the freaking stereotype like nerds have glasses. I'm like, how? I get they live in a dark sewer, but they're not that close to TV like us. Why I need glasses?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. So they're all in there?
Yep.
All of them?
Be all four of them.
You'll be rage quitting in a heartbeat.
Damn. That is sick.
Unlike coding, this will be easy.
That is legit. So yeah. So you guys know we're watching
My training will see me through.
game trailer of the Ninja Turtles and Injustice 2.
Oh, it's so sick.
Pretty sick. If you guys haven't played it, you guys need to play it. We have it too. We have it for the PlayStation.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Dude, it's so sick, man.
You make Bebop look good.
You will suffer, fool.
That's legit.
Yeah, man. They all
I
have
run a delivery service.
a
for
rush
pain.
combo. It's so sick. Each of them.
Yeah. I know how to fight. I'm fighting everybody.
Yeah.
Bomb.
My turn. Shell shock.
Nice.
Nice. Pepperoni.
Shout out to Injustice 2.
Yeah.
We could use some sponsorship deals.
Yeah.
That is legit.
I just hate that winning closer.
Oh, it throws the
'Cause,
pizza?
Yeah, he takes one slice and just wastes the rest. Oh, jeez, man.
Yeah, you should have fucking ate the whole thing.
Yeah.
Wasted everything. I don't know. Either one of the two.
Yeah, right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a really fun game. But that's another thing, man. That's an Elseworld story. The whole Injustice thing is a different.
It has
freaking
its
thing.
own story arc.
Yeah, from the comic books.
Because obviously it's introducing the turtles and shit like that, so they have
Yeah,
to bring them
well,
in
actually,
there.
that is canon. The turtles.
Yeah.
The turtles. They've came to
The DC.
They're just guest stars in this. They don't have anything to do with the
Injustice
story.
game.
Yeah, with the story of
Okay.
the just Injustice.
But
But they have fought with Batman and stuff.
okay.
Batman and the turtles have met.
damn.
Oh, and he's actually trained them.
he has.
Yeah, they've trained in the Batcave. It's
Dude,
now
that's
see stuff like that. That's cool. That's the kind of comic books I'll go for.
look
Oh,
at
I
it.
even picked up a Gwenpool. I started Gwenpool and that's really cool. See, that's just so sick, dude. Then Casey Jones. I haven't
Yeah.
even read that. Casey Jones is my favorite Ninja Turtle character, but my favorite turtle is Raphael.
Because he's sick. He's just like a badass hockey
Yeah.
player that they
Yeah.
hang out with.
He sucked in the second movie though. This last one, dude.
Really? I strayed away from any of the new ones. I did not want to
Dude.
watch the TNM.
Dude, they had some good stuff in them.
Yeah.
So you haven't seen either one?
Either one
So
of
there's
them.
two of them.
Yeah.
Okay. In the first one, the Foot Clan is ridiculous. It's a joke. They're not even like ninjas.
What?
They're like what people said they were more like black ops soldiers. They had guns and stuff. They didn't even know how to fight. And then the Shredder, he's he's more like a transformer. He's in a big ass suit because all the turtles are like super powered and stuff.
Oh my god, I
And
already hate this.
And they're huge as hell.
Yeah, I've seen them. Everyone's making fun of them because it's like Shrek references and shit like that.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
God
they look
damn.
exactly like Shrek. But but how they introduce them and how like the effects are great. It's
Yeah.
just like the whole story isn't there. But in the second one was pretty good.
Yeah.
And I didn't like Casey Jones at all. They fixed the Shredder sort of. Like he's in there again, but he's not in a big ass suit. He's just in a helmet, like his armor, and then his two
Regular
blades.
claws.
But he does not fight the turtles in this one. He does in the first one, and he has like 10 spikes on each hand that he throws, and then they magnetically come back, and he can just keep on doing that.
That's sick.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. But it was a guy in a big ass robot suit.
So it
He
looked
wasn't
so fake.
He wasn't actually the Shredder. And Casey Jones was just horrible in it. Bebop and Rocksteady, like wow, people have been waiting for those two for like 5 movies now. Then we got them, and they were good. They were really good. See, that's the Shredder in the first one. Yeah, that's him. And that's Master Splinter. Oh, Master Splinter kicks fucking ass in the first one, dude.
He's
Like
legit.
the Foot Clan come in, and then he just cuts them down with his kung fu, dude. It's so sick. And it's hilarious at one point, and then like, you know, because they break into his house and the turtles' house, and they're just like, you know, fuck you guys, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was like the only cool parts in those movies. But in the second one, Krang is the main villain in the second one.
What?
Mm-hmm.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, he's okay. It was like you could tell where they were gonna add the 3D effects and stuff.
Oh.
So that was kind of, you know, distracting. But I kind of lost as I was watching it. I kind of lost interest with the last battle of Krang and everyone.
So you're just like,
Yeah, I kind of lost interest.
you're just sitting there, just watching it, like,
Yeah.
I might as well finish it.
Yeah, man, that's where I don't like it with Ninja Turtles when it starts going to space. Stuff. I don't really like that. Like in the 80s cartoon, it was cool because Shredder was working with Krang. You know? They were together, you know? And like it was like Earth. It was Earth down. It was Earthed out. And then this one, it's like that whole, it's an invasion.
We got to make sure to protect Earth.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
You know what? That's probably a thing that DC should do for you know, like because usually it's an invasion from another world in Marvel.
Okay.
Well, Ultron, he was made on Earth.
But yeah, he still was trying to get.
Yeah. But like if they need to stray away from the whole alien like invasion happening
With Marvel right now.
Yeah, I think with any like movie, because they did it in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they did it in DC. How many times? Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, and
It's a good premise.
Justice League.
Everyone, I mean, it's so easy. A B.
They
format.
tried. Well, that's the thing, man. Like if that's what I hate about AB rappers. You know that they just do that. You know, they don't do syllables. They just do the last letter of a word.
But that's what it is now, though, and it's so sad because that's what's popular, and then you're just
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, like
I haven't listened. I hear like bits and pieces, and then I just change it.
obviously you want to go to the underground and find some cool stuff, but then you go hit the radio, and all of a sudden it's like, I be talking like I am the same person here. Everyone tell me that I am just going to fear because it's all about same rhyming schemes here. It's just
Wow.
It's lame, man. So I see what you're saying is like,
Yeah.
but it's popular, and
Shit,
I could
man.
see why they would follow that format,
The Ninja Turtles rap better than that in the movie, dude.
right? Rapping is so.
You know what?
ridiculous.
Can you go to show him the? You haven't seen the movie at all?
No.
Can you go to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles elevator scene? Like, I'm gonna show you that.
Is that when? I don't think I've seen it.
This is when they're going to fight the Shredder, and
Plaque
they're at the
psoriasis
bottom
can
of
be
the.
relentless.
Pause it, or like
Your plaques are
mute
always
it.
there at the worst time.
advertising people. This is it, right?
Yeah.
elevator's just around this corner.
All right, guys, listen up. We stick to my plan, and we won't fail. Fan out in 3, 2, 1.
That's the foot.
Yeah.
Not the elevator.
Nope. MC Mikey. MC
Eh.
See now, like stuff like that.
That's
That fits in with the Ninja Turtles because they're teenagers.
and it's comedic value, something small,
I know, yeah. It was so small, so insignificant, but it made it that much better.
right? That's so
Marvel's
crazy.
just full of that, and DC needs to do more of that.
Oh, little dog. So, all right. Well, we've been here for about an hour and a half now, just chitting it up. I can't believe how much we've covered over damn superheroes, man.
I know, man.
I was ready to talk about conspiracies. I was ready to go into alien encounters. I was ready to
You
go
know
into
what?
the presidency.
We were talking about aliens, and we were talking about we were right on the cusp of having those, but I guess I don't know. I just wanted to have those.
Then those little things come up too. It's like, oh yeah, remember the aliens in Marvel? It's like, oh yeah, aliens. I was gonna say something about aliens.
You know what? We need to have something a little more stronger than T to have those, man. Because we next time we'll definitely like exchange like stories and stuff.
Dude, you got to come back on the podcast.
I will,
You
man.
got to be back. 'Cause,
I
I
will.
mean, this is just episode 11. We're planning on going to episode 5,000. So.
All right, sweet. Let's do it, dude.
So, all right, we're gonna end this segment. We're gonna end the show with the segment I like to call rapid fire.
All right.
Everyone's done it. Everyone's doing. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say one word. Okay.
All right.
One word. I'll list 25 of them, and I want you to say the first thing that pops in your head.
All right.
Don't think about it. Don't try to go too much into detail of giving me details about it.
All right.
I'm just gonna say the word. You tell me what you think,
All right.
and that's how we're gonna go. Give me 1 second. I have
All
these.
right. Let's do it.
Have these effects here so like people can like pretend like we're clapping, like there's a crowd. We don't hear it, but on that there's a bunch of people going crazy for you right now, dude. This is rapid
thank you.
fire.
Thank you.
This is rapid fire right now. I need to set this up a little bit better, but here's a list of 25 words. Again, I'm gonna say the word, and you say the first thing that pops into your head. Okay?
You got it, man.
All right, here we go. Pizza,
Hot.
island,
Boats.
music,
Rap.
cartoon,
Rick and Morty.
black,
White.
trippy,
Weed.
fast,
The Flash.
animal,
Lion.
spicy,
Chili.
maze,
Riddler.
army,
Armageddon.
drugs,
Meth.
air,
Water.
pendulum.
Edgar Allan Poe.
That's a good one. Native American,
Feathers.
scar,
Lion.
school,
Shooting.
magic,
Of the Gathering.
computer,
Hacker.
superhero,
Superman.
comedy,
Adam Sandler.
bleach,
Swords.
fame,
Gold.
ham water,
Ham water. Turkey.
amuse me.
Angel.
Here we go. Let's get that crowd going again. Oh yeah, man. Thank you very much. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is
Said first things.
Yeah.
That's what's fresh in my mind.
First thing.
Sadly, for school, that's what's fresh in my mind.
what's gonna happen is like I'm gonna after like 5 guests. What I'm gonna do is make a compilation video of everyone's answers right after each other. So like it'll show my first guess, next guest, you, then the next guest, and the next guest. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like a little 5-minute video of everyone's
I
answers.
think I started off shoddy, but in the middle I was getting a little.
You got it.
looser.
You got to do.
That
So
was
so we'll compile them, see what everyone thinks. This is kind of like a psychological thing too.
Yeah.
Kind of see what people are thinking. Like even though we're all the same, like when Kiana comes, she'll have the same list, and
Yeah.
we'll see what she says for that stuff and be like, ooh,
Cool.
So you were saying you said shooting. This person said it's a weird dream. I don't know. See stuff like that to see what we all compare with stuff. It was funny. I loved it. Thank you for coming to the show, man. You are awesome. We're going to have you on the podcast again.
Hell yeah, man. Anytime.
No problem, man. Go ahead and play us out. And we'll see you next time. We will see you on the flip side.
Later.
I think that happened now. You didn't catch that? No, it did.